Ever wonder why half our paychecks go somewhere that we don't even know? Especially in Wisconsin, our roads don't show for anything, so where does it all go? According to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, $867 million went towards food stamps and food sharing benefits. It is estimated that 6,600 heroin users alone live in Wisconsin, and that number is on a constant rise over the past few years. There needs to be a mandatory drug testing system for anyone that applies for welfare. Drugs have become such a problem over the past few years, and everyone should be worried about it. The money that comes out of our paychecks is what pays for people on welfare. Before we go any further, we should discuss the reasons as to why people that receive welfare benefits should be required to take mandatory drug tests. Different types of welfare have a factor. Most jobs nowadays request drug testing, and to maintain a job, it requires drug testing, and there are no requirements to receive benefits that go along with the welfare. There are many different forms of welfare out there. Some depend on the state, some depend on the status of the individual. If they have kids, they receive better benefits, and if they are single, they don't receive as much, etc. Welfare can include a number of different things, such as food stamps, child care assistance, housing, and even just cash aid. For those that receive cash aid welfare, how do we really know where it's going? It could be going to pay basic needs, but it could also be going to pay the newest cell phone or even drugs. Research done by the SAPRP determined that 20% of welfare recipients admitted to consuming some sort of illegal drug within the past year. This number is just of the people that admit to taking them. Who knows how many people actually lied on the survey? So now we must ask ourselves the question, where did these people get the money for the illegal drugs when their only source of income was from welfare? The money came from the hardworking Americans that got money taken off their checks and sent to taxes. There is no reason people shouldn't be able to pass a drug test to require these benefits. Although most people in the state of Wisconsin are luckily employed, there are still many that aren't. Behind every unemployed citizen, there is a reason for it. Whether it be that they are injured, working on their career, or simply can't find a job. There are also people that use it to their advantage to get money from the state and taxpayers' dollars. People like this are the people that aren't responsible enough to maintain a job or can't pass a drug test. Now answer this question for me. Why is it that jobs in Wisconsin require employees to take a drug test, but the requirements for welfare are not the same? Not only is a clean urine test required upon hiring, but random drug tests can be assigned at any time while employed. As long as the employers follow the directions, they can assign a random drug test at any time, after an accident or if they have suspicion to believe that there is drug use. Drugs aren't even legal in the state of Wisconsin to begin with. There needs to be a law that states all recipients of welfare must pass a mandatory drug test. It is so easy for people to file for welfare. According to statistics from the Welfare Department, on average, a family of 4 requires approximately $500 a month just in food stamps. This may vary from state to state along with some of the requirements. The requirements to receive welfare checks are slim to none. Basically, the recipient must be 18 years or older and require and establish a budget plan. There really are no regulations. The only thing that can be regulated are food stamps. The money is granted to the recipient on a prepaid card and can be only used at grocery stores and markets. People that are granted cash benefits, we have no record of where the money is spent. We hope that they are using it to help, but sometimes that is not the case. This is a major reason as to why drug testing should be mandatory. I believe that many people think that this is a stereotype of the people that receive welfare, and it very well may be. But I also know someone that has been receiving checks from the state for a very long time. They're a family of 7, and they have plenty of money to get by. I also know that a lot of that money has been spent on marijuana over the years. This family is not from Wisconsin, but it still shows that not everyone uses their financial aid properly. There may not be any way to fully get away from this, but we can definitely put regulations on it. In conclusion, there are many reasons as to why drug testing should be mandatory for all welfare recipients. Some welfare benefits actually give people financial aid. Most jobs nowadays require drug testing and to maintain a job. And there are no requirements to receive the benefits that go along with welfare. Those are just to name a few. Welfare is something that's been around since right after the Great Depression, and I don't foresee it going anywhere anytime soon. Many people really do need the assistance from the state, but there needs to be regulations and mandatory drug testing because people are taking advantage of the taxpayers' money.